pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you everybody for coming. Roll call, Jim Knapp here.
Bill Hardy here. Bill Archer's here.
First up is minutes from the Board of Selectmen meetings.
Previously read, and I've motioned to approve the minutes for March 23rd and March 3rd.
I will second the motion.
All approved, all agree?
Aye.
All right.
Has there been a meeting since the 30th?
No, not that.
Since the 30th. No. Well, there was a non-public.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, right, it wasn't non-public hearing.
Because I think that was around the time when we were supposed to have our public.
Yep.
Okay. That's it.
All business, town hall closed.
When I sent it over, there's two of them, there. Right in here.
And all business, town hall still closed to the public. Comments, concerns, I suggest leaving it closed until the state of emergency comes off. And you already think of it, go first front line.
Can I clarify that? When you say town hall, you mean the municipal building?
Yes.
Okay, thanks. That's all I thought. I just wanted to make sure.
I think I'm correct in saying that school today extended stay home until May 15th, 2 more weeks.
Yes.
And to clarify closed, it's closed to public access. There is still business being conducted.
All right, thanks. Yeah.
I want to make that sure that's clear. So you can call, they can set up a Dropbox for you to do your work through, but there's no public access to the building.
Okay, yeah.
And most everything can be done.
Most everything can be done online right now too.
Yeah, I tried.
So I think at least until state of emergency comes off.
Yes.
New business. Next Board of Selectmen meeting.
Well, you would think if we follow what we did in April, the next meeting will be the 4th Monday of May. Except that's a holiday, that's Memorial Day. May 25th, I believe. If you back up to the 3rd meeting, that's reserved for the Budget Committee. Back up to the 2nd meeting, maybe that's too close to where we are right now. I would entertain the possibility of having our next meeting Monday, June 1st.
I would agree with Monday, June 1st.
I agree. I think that works. I'll second the motion.
Aye.
Aye.
All right.
So our next meeting will be Monday, it's June 1st, here at 6:30. Next up is Canard versus Waste Management.
Well, I believe it's coming in right now,
So we hold off a second.
Good evening.
Good evening. You want to be Tony?
Yeah, you laugh. I just, Old Town Hall. I'm like, Jesus, this doesn't say old on it. So,
Sorry about that.
yeah, I'm Tony Belanger from Canard Waste. And
Have a seat, Tony. I'm Jim.
where do you like? Anywhere special?
No,
Anywhere you want.
anywhere you want. We just got to you on the agenda, so it's perfect timing.
Yeah, we've spoken to Joe and Jim Knapp. Don't hide this.
Thank you.
I'll take one. I need to know a name.
Yeah, so
Thank
I'll take the lead on this one. So, for those of you who are not aware, the town back on the 30th of May, or March rather, yeah, 30th of May, in the future, I'm jumping ahead of my time frame. That's what happens when you work a month and a half a third shift. You don't know what day it is anymore. We decided to end our contract with Waste Management at the end of June, and move forward with working with Bernard Waste Systems on obtaining a new contract through them. Quick background of it is, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. Waste Management was looking for approximately a 40% increase over the next 5 years. And I don't think any of us could stomach that. So we went a different route. Tony's here to help us work through some of it, meet him a little bit, and get to know a little bit more. I did ask him to look into some bulk pickup changes possibly on what he can come up with different methods that we could do it and possibly save money on based on what we have done in the past. I don't know what else you guys want to really talk to him about. He did send a contract over for us to look through. I do propose some small changes to it that I don't think would be of any cost to him. It's more of a issue of making sure we have stuff written down so there's no questions in the future.
When would that become effective, Joe?
It would. So the contract with Waste Management would end June 30th, so Bernard would take over on July 1st. You guys have any?
I've got a few questions. What would your normal work day look like? What day of the week, when do you start, when do you finish, how many trucks?
All good questions. So it's one truck route. And since we're starting fresh, it's always good to work a day into what works best for Pinard to keep the dollars tight, right? We're working this into the Tilton Franklin contract, believe it or not. And they have truck drivers that are available on off days. And so, you know, right now I'm looking at Tuesday or Thursday. Preferably, I think after talking with Joe, you prefer towards the beginning of the week than towards the end of the week. I'm guessing it's because of weekend activities during the summer. I'm a Winnisquam guy, so I know exactly what you're talking about. So I haven't quite completed that yet, but between now and the time that if you guys have any input, we always have a saying in the trash bin is a day a week is a day a week, whether it's Monday or Thursday or whatever, but there are some extenuating circumstances depending on, you know, traffic and holidays. You know, if you're a one-time-a-week customer, Monday's not always the best one because you get moved forward every Monday, right? Every time there's a Monday holiday, rather than just Christmas and New Year's, and maybe a few others. So Tuesday is ideal for that because you're always on Tuesday if we can help it, and that's what we're trying to do. We did it with Hampton Falls for many years where we kept them on Fridays no matter what. And they're the same type of work, they're real work, so we're going to see if we can do that with this as well. So you don't see so many notifications of delayed one day. But it's pretty much a fairly simple type of route. You guys must have about, I'm guessing about 800 dwellings or something like that.
The number I had is 715, so.
Or so stop there.
So we go by tons there.
I can see a slight problem where if the pickup ends June 30th, the last pickup for Waste Management would be the 26th of June, and then we wouldn't have a pickup if you're doing it Tuesday.
Yeah, we won't let that happen. Yeah, however we we'll coincide it so that no one gets the raw end of the stick, unless it's like one day won't kill anyone, just like a delayed day won't, if you get a snowstorm, one day will never hurt anyone, but if it's gonna be multiple days, then we'll figure something out. We'll run a test run, just to get the guys warmed up, right?
What time do you start in the morning?
I'm a 7 o'clock guy, so, if I could start at 5, I would, but most towns won't let me do that.
Here, so, what?
Yeah, so we, depending on where we're running out of, if I'm running out of Rochester truck, which is where I'm running out of now for the city of Dover, then I would start them at 6:15, 30-minute pre-trip inspection, and enough time to get up here for a 7 o'clock start. If I'm running out of Tilton, I think you have to add another 20 minutes onto that, so they'd start at, 5:45.
I don't get when they start doing.
But you're looking,
I want to know when they make the first pickup in town, so people will be ready to have the trash out. 7.
Yeah, that's 7 o'clock is what we normally are used to. We have some towns that have moved it to 6:30 for different reasons, but it was mostly code enforcement reasons. It had nothing to do with us.
Okay.
We'll start at 5, we'll start at 5:30, but 7's the norm. So.
Waste management delayed us one day in the event of a holiday. Like it was supposed to be Monday, holiday we get picked up on Tuesday, Tuesdays get picked up on Wednesday, and so forth. If we have a Tuesday, and there's a holiday on Monday, don't you have to pick up Monday's work on Tuesday? And does that affect us on Tuesday?
No, it'll be spelled out, but you have, yours is a dying breed of collection. There's not a lot of rear load collection going on in the world anymore, okay? Everyone's going towards automated because of workman's comp. So, because of that, we have crews that go out and they're called helper crews. And they're out there to help do manual collection on other types of work. So since you're part of that group, you're part of the Hampton Falls, which is 1 day a week. It'll be you now. We decided not to work in Dover this 5 years. So those trucks and those drivers, they're not losing their job, they're still working for us. So the only time we'll delay a day for you guys, if we can help it, will be if we have a problem with snow or something like that, and we can't avoid it, we have to. But we don't have any real load routes on Monday that are being delayed until Tuesday, if that makes sense to you. So I'm going to try, and that's what I'm working on right now, so I'm going to try to come up with a Hampton Falls model for you where, unless Christmas or New Year's falls on a Tuesday, you get picked up on a Tuesday. If there's a big delay of snow on Tuesday, then you're going to move to Wednesday, obviously, but Monday won't move you to Tuesday if we can help it. So I'll have more on that coming up really quickly.
Like the townspeople really like the first part of the week, and I'm reading right here that it was collection between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. So I think it's already written down, and people don't like change, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah, no one does. But the only thing I noticed about that is after they get used to change, it's that they don't want to have change the next time. So somehow they fall in love with it again. But in this case here, you're being picked up on Fridays. Yeah, so it's a win-win for you guys no matter what. If that whole lake area influx of summer people partying on the weekends, and a lot of food and all that, you got animals that are out in the country here, you got raccoons. The quicker you get that out, if you're producing more of it on the weekends, it's the same model we use for apartment buildings. The reason sometimes you can't give twice a week service to an apartment complex is because apartment dwellers are historically weekend depositors. So they work all week. The last thing they want to do when they get home is just go out to the dumpster with a bag of trash, right? So come Saturday though, everyone takes their trash out. So if you want to go to a second dumpster, you have to put it on Saturday and do 2 pickups on Saturday or once a week or whatever, because the thing with the summer people is they tend to produce 3/4 of their waste on the weekends.
Right.
Barbecuing and parties.
You guys went to Friday, maybe a year ago,
Yeah.
which was big then. It's a big deal.
Did you notice the difference?
I'm just gonna say things quieted down, as far as seemed to me. At first it was really a big deal, and then I haven't heard a lot about it. It was a good deal at first.
Yeah, people tend to accept
That's what it
inevitable
was.
once they.
Were they happy? Probably not.
I think some of the issues were taken care of when we actually started enforcing having cans, having our garbage in cans in receptacles, as opposed to just bags at the end of the driveway for the critters and things. So I think that might be one of the reasons why we didn't hear complaints
Is
about
that
it.
a fairly new enforcement ordinance?
It's been an ordinance for a while, but.
Just never enforced.
Right.
Not really being enforced.
I was gonna say, I would like to know when it's been enforced, because all you have to do is drive down Ingram Road and there's bags.
And I didn't say it was enforced, I said people were encouraged to use them, and I believe more people that I've gone by and seen
Not
have
our
used
end.
them. Just where I go.
I'm curious about the style of pickup, the front load. So that's a considerable savings for Menard for.
We're doing rear loads here. We're not changing your collection.
I understand that. But I'm saying, it is a significant savings to the company when they can do the front load as opposed to the rear.
The auto load, you mean? The auto load, the
Right.
side.
You mean the automatic side loader?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. A front loader is the truck that picks up the dumpsters, yeah. ASL, automatic side loader, is absolutely the way to go. I recommend it to everyone I go to. But it takes planning.
Right.
And you can't just jump right into it. You have to save up some money, you have to educate the public and whatnot to show them why it's better all around. It's long-term savings is what it is. Up front, you have to buy these parts, and they're expensive. They're, figure about $60 per household. So if you've got eight, you get it wrong, but 800, well, so 800 times $60 is your upfront start cost. And what that pays for is, how that gets paid is the guy in the back of the truck is no longer on the back of the truck. It's a one-man truck instead of a two-man truck. And because the driver, like when I was a kid, I just rolled. I had to drive, run to the back, throw it in, get it back in, and keep going. They don't allow that anymore. You can't find anyone who'll do it anymore. And especially when unemployment's at 3%. But it's a long-term payoff. It's well worth it because your reliability and your cost of labor is going to stay even and all the way through the contract. As soon as you have a laborer on the back, you can't control whether you'll be able to find that labor, or whether it's going to be good labor or bad labor, or is that labor going to get hurt more often? That's it.
I'm just wondering if it's a significant effect to Menard, if there is some incentive for them to assist the town in getting those containers.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. There's especially with being a smaller town. Okay, it's a good thing sometimes to be smaller. I'll give you an example. I just left the shipyard. The Portsmouth Naval Shipyards in Kittery. They had 200 dwellings or 210 dwellings with 95-gallon carts, which is what we recommend for towns that just have trash only. Okay. And they're sitting in my yard in Raymond right now. I could easily ran them into this contract and taking care of a quarter of your cost for a good discount, And so there's a lot of stuff like that we could do to get creative, but I would suggest that because time is of the essence right now.
Plus, today's economy really, I'm sure our town is watching finances rather tightly, so as everyone is. But I'm thinking at some point in the future, maybe there could be some kind of an arrangement with the artists to assist us to move in that direction.
So if you get a chance to research Tilton, New Hampshire. It's a 2-day-a-week group that I turned into a 4-day-a-week group. The reason I did that was so that one guy and give the town more days of service. So what was happening is they were every other week on recycling, and they did this half the town 1 week, and then they did the whole town 1 week, and then skipped the town for a week. And then the following week they did more. Well, this allowed them to have recycling in town every week. We did that side 1 week, this side the next week. But if someone got missed over there last week, we're close enough to go back and get it. So this automated thing, we actually converted their manual collection to automated. And I think it was $20,000 a year difference. So it wasn't a lot of money, but that's all public record. So
Now, is that something we could look towards in the future?
yeah, you can start working on the numbers immediately. So these two contracts, the Tilton Franklin contract, the reason I thought of them instead of just Rochester truck was because we're actually going to have 2 automated side load trucks up there. And they're going to be parked at least 1 day a week, if not 2. Perfect for someone like myself. If you went to that, we would almost certainly have to change the holiday policy from now you'd be delayed like you normally would Tuesday or Wednesday, because now you're working in conjunction with Tilton Franklin. Yes?
Question, 2 questions actually. Recycling, are we doing recycling in this contract or no?
I did not look at recycling.
Okay, I was just wondering, and if we do go the route with like if you supply the bins at a future, can we only put what is, there's only 1 bin, you can't overfill it, I'm assuming, right?
Well, I recommend you go with the 95 as the staple bin.
Okay,
Okay, the recommended. So I'm usually working with town ordinances that have an ordinance that declares how many gallons per week each resident is allowed to put out,
You
right?
have the 95, and you have 2 of them, and I have 2 of them. I would be against that. That's just
Yeah,
my
so
personal opinion.
I don't want to
A lot.
insult anyone here, but the
yeah,
national average is 65 gallons. So like when you have recycling, okay?
when we have recycling now, so,
But with that 65 comes in a rural setting, it tends to be about 96 total.
okay,
Okay,
We got lots of kids.
and that's a lot. You got elderly people that will
Yeah.
only put 1 little bag in, so you're
Exactly.
averaging out. And what we offer for the people that are outside the norm is the ordinance gives you 95 gallons per household, right? So they get 1 bin. If they want to rent a second bin, it's $150 a year. 75 goes to the town, 75 goes to Bernard. The bid has an orange, yellow top on it, so you can differentiate for all kinds of reasons, but the difference between the town provided bin, the 95 gallon, and the additional rental. And it works really good. If you want to research it, you can look at Hudson, Bow, and Hampstead. All 3 of them have the subscription program. And I'll tell you right now, Bow has 2,500 dwellings, and they rent out about 90 extra ones per year. So there's your percentages. Hampstead has 3,500 dwellings, and we just started them last January, but right now they're up to only 75, but we know that within a couple of years, they're going to be probably around 150. And then Hudson has 9,000 dwellings, and they do about 300 a year. So it's a really good program because it fits to that small percentage of people that do need more trash capacity without being unfair to the rest of the dwellers, to the rest of the residents. So.
You had a comment about trash cans being left over from, was it the shipyard? When the town, if the town embarked on this, you mentioned $60 per can. Who owns the can?
So I mixed 2 metaphors there. The $60 cost is if the town wanted to buy their own cans for the town and have them delivered, versus renting mine, right, for a 5-year period, or a rent to own if you don't mind having, like if something ever happens down the road, I keep using Tilton, but it's a perfect example. When I negotiated the contract between the Casella, who was the previous hauler, and the town as they were parting ways, they had these recycling carts that really, they all say Casella on them, but Casella didn't have anywhere to take them. It was going to cost them a lot of money to pick them up. Okay, so I made a deal where even though Pinard's picking up the trash, the recycling bins say Casella and the trash bins say Pinard, but everybody knows it, and you know you have one of each. So, but they got the bins for 25% of what they normally would cost. So they were they discounted them by 75%.
Okay, what was the price?
Oh, well, if they were 60, they got them for 20.
But if you pay 60, you keep it?
Now, to give you an example, in Tilton, they paid $15 per card. So they got a really good deal. With me, I just give you an example. I have these 200 that are coming out that are sitting there, okay? I could easily start populating this town for less than $60 per card till you guys got into it and could convert it over. It would give you time to prepare for the upfront money or do a lease to purchase with us, either way.
I'm still a little confused. $60 is one container per year? $60 each year? Is it $60 in 5 years? What happens at the end of 5 years if we don't renew with you? Do they go back to you?
No, so
We don't, each individual owns it.
So $60 is what Pinard pays to buy these things with our buying power. If we were to sell them to the town of Middleton, we would sell them to you for $60 delivered. You would own them. They're yours.
Each individual?
Yes.
Okay.
And in this, so if you were to go where you didn't buy them up front, then maybe it turns out being $75 because you pay us some interest over a certain number of years. What those numbers are, I can get into when we started looking at the real numbers, but just as an example, those are the two different options.
Just so everybody who maybe doesn't understand what a 96 gallon is, what you said that trash bin is there an example? Because a lot of people aren't gonna understand like the actual size. So is it the ones that you typically see like in Rochester with the wheels on it?
Yeah, and it's
Like the larger flip top?
3 times this capacity.
It's the ones
And
in
when you look at it from that standpoint, it doesn't look like
What's
it.
yours?
It's this wide, it's this tall, it's this wide, so it adds a little to this way, and a little to this way, and a little to this way, but it's 3 times that.
Okay.
And they're on wheels. They have 10-year, no questions asked warranty from the manufacturer. So when one of mine gets cracked, they're not supposed to crack, I have a storage pile, like I get 18,000 of these things in Hudson, right? Because you got recycling and trash. Every time we get like 100 of them, we take down serial numbers and they just send us, if we have 100, they send us 100 new ones.
Makes sense. One of the problems when I lived in Rochester was these cars on wheels traveled. They were quite frequently stolen from the property owners.
So we have that problem. It's a very small program, very, very small problem, because one, they have serial numbers and they're registered on an Excel spreadsheet to each house, and that's given to the town, and Pinard maintains it. So if one cracks, we bring them a new one, record the new number, take the old one out. Our drivers are told, you are not allowed to pick up 2 carts at any one house without calling Pinard, because something's wrong, unless it's a 2-family, which will not. Right. Or it has a yellow top on it, which is our rental program, like I was telling you. So when they see a yellow one, they know that they're authorized because it's got a yellow top on it. But the black ones, they see 2 at a house, they're going to stop, they're going to call in, they're going to say, hey, can I read these serial numbers off to you? And then sometimes you'll find that it blew down the road and in a windstorm, someone picked it up and they didn't know who it belonged to, they just plopped it there, and that's what happens. And so, but it's not a big thing in terms of a big problem.
So another quick question.
is there an option to do smaller bins for that particular truck in the sense of getting 2 smaller containers that would be able to be picked up versus the one larger? And the only reason why I'm asking that is because even though there is wheels, if you've got a week's worth of garbage in one container, you know, they can get heavy sometimes, and I'm thinking, you know, not everyone may be able to physically drag like a week's worth versus like smaller bins that you could take out one at a time or something like that.
The only time we ever go smaller is not to give people a 65 and a 35, because we won't do that. We won't put a 35 gallon out to the curb anymore unless it's a very extreme medical or elderly occasion, and we make the decision, not the town or anybody else. We go to the squeaky wheel and actually see it and work with them. Some cases, we won't even give them a card at all. We'll have a note on our guy's route sheet, you know, pick this lady up, this resident up manually, because she's 94 years old and she can't even, you know, we have one lady in Hampstead, she ties a rope around her trash bag and drags it. It weighs 15 pounds, but she drags it down the traffic every week. And we stop, we pick it up, we go to the next door neighbor, we throw it into his, and then we dump both at the same time. So we kind of go, that's the only time, but to go with a potential of 2 bins for each household because of convenience is not economically.
Well, I was just thinking more along the lines of just because of people who are elderly or, you know, someone who may just have issues of not being able to physically,
We have a couple people on.
you know, drag
So that
bins
falls
out.
into special exception. So what we would do is make, if this was gonna be your program, give the 95 to all the people that want 95s, okay? You can't play pizza delivery with these carts. So if one person moves out and the old person had a 95 and they move in and they want a 65, so we're going 65, that's kind of here and there, that works. But to have people keep going back and forth, well, you know, I want a big one, I want a small one. The majority is going to be big ones because most people are going to want the big ones, right? And then we'll have a stockpile of small ones, the 65 gallons, which is the middle one.
Mm.
And anybody that, this is crazy, this is way too big for me, no problem, we'll give you a 65. And we can do that with ours because we have a large stockpile for the whole state of New Hampshire. If you own the carts, you're gonna wanna think very carefully because once you buy them, it's a $112 minimum order from the factories to buy another load. So you have to get at least 112 carts. So you have to put a lot of thought into, and they push you towards renting being the best way to go.
So, there's a lot of good discussion about
what might
automated and what we might need to do. But the reality of the situation is right now, we need to continue with our rear pickup system.
Dinner's waiting.
Definitely something we need to look into, I think, but we maybe can throw a clause in the contract that we can look into it, and if we decide to do it within the 5 years of the contract, we can look at renegotiating it at that point. But as of right now, let's just keep to what we currently have, so we can keep this moving. So my concerns on this, or my comments on this is, I read through the contract, it's a fairly basic contract, pretty straightforward.
It mirrored your existing.
Yeah, it's pretty well mirrored to what we currently have for waste management. The couple things I was looking at, and Tony, you can fill me in on if you think it's worthwhile or not. I was thinking of if we could maybe sticker garbage that is left, so the individual knows why it was left. So if you find a reason that you don't want to pick it up,
we already do that.
You already do that?
That's standard with every, it's just supposed to be with every waste hauler. We put hard standards, so we have very, I'll send you some sample PDFs.
Okay.
We have, one won't pertain to you, just strictly goes to recycling, that's it. But we do, green is go, red is no. So green is a warning.
Okay.
first time you do something wrong, you check off the box or write in what it is and stick it on your thing, and that's your warning, but we take the material. Unless it's egregious, okay, something that you just can't do the first time, okay, you put radioactive waste in your trash. That's a red right off the bat, okay? But we try to work with people to train them that, you know, hey, you got your barrel's too heavy, or, you know, you got a broken container, please replace, you know, stuff like that. Wasn't out by 7, he goes up one street, you're not out, and then on the way back, he happens to see your route. Well, people get mad when I do this, but they'll put a green on there saying, must be out by 7, and I inevitably get the phone call saying, well, must have been out by 7 if you picked it up, and I'm like, no, it was out of 10, okay, but I happened to see it. So those are the things that we try to train the routes, because as a rule, it's usually the same people over and over, so give them a couple times, but red is a mirror image of green, except that it says non-collection instead of warning, so. But I'll send you those.
Okay, what other ones were I thinking off the top of my head, we don't have any notes. Springtime, road weight limits, do you recommend having anything in the contract to say that the town is, allows the garbage truck on the road and only weight the road?
Yeah, so back when we were regulated by PUC, that was a no-brainer, because we were the same thing as oil trucks. And once we got deregulated in 86 or 87 or whatever it was, we don't have that classification anymore as essential service. But as a municipality, these are town roads that we're talking about, so you're the authority.
Actually, Joe, there already is an exception.
That's written into our, it's written into our thing,
Right.
into our weight limits, it's written into our ordinance.
Yeah, so like right now,
But
we have to, if we want to go to
that's-
Farmington and the roads are posted, we have to get a waiver from the code enforcement or whatever, and they tell us, okay, tomorrow it's gonna be 20 degrees out, you can go and do work all day long. The next day, it's gonna be 40 degrees, you can only work until 10 o'clock and then get out of town. They do stuff like that, but.
I'm kind of looking at a straight waiver right in the contract is what I would do.
Yeah, we definitely want it picked up.
Yeah.
To get there. My concern is private roads, we have some that get really nasty in the springtime.
And that's my next one, is private roads. What do you do for private roads?
So what we typically do, as long as the municipality and the residents are all on the same page, nobody wants us driving down a road that we're gonna get stuck on, especially when it's just trash, okay? Maybe a couple of greens today, and, you know, maybe if there's enough people where it's 3 or 4, we could make a special trip if we had to. Or we can take double next week, and then if it's not cleared up by then we gotta make a special trip. But or we just take the hit. But as long as everybody's in agreement, it's like a snow day. If you have to delay a day because of snow, well, you have to delay the day because of traffic stuff. Maybe delay the whole town, because, you know, 75% are good, but 25% are muddy. But rather than having to come back twice, you just tell everybody, hey, we're delayed one day because of bad roads, you know. Kind of goes by the weather and what the special circumstances are, but I would typically communicate with whomever the town deems as their representative, and we just work, their eyes on, and we'll work with you any way we can in that sense, so. But I don't think it has to be formal, I think it just has to be common sense.
So on the private roads, so right now, waste management basically won't pick up private roads in the wintertime. What's your concern, because they're not town maintained, so.
I have no problem, I'm a common sense guy. If my trucks, not your 4-wheel drive Subaru,
Correct.
but my big honking trash trucks that don't have 4-wheel drive, okay, can safely get down the road, pick up the trash, and get out without getting stuck or creating problems. Sign me a waiver that you're not gonna come after me for the roads, and I'll go anywhere. I do it in Tilbury. I'm driving up people's driveways because they've given me a waiver. Now their driveway is 600 feet long, and they have their own tractor trailers that they're running out of their house, so it's no big deal for me to go up. But it was better than me having these people drag a 95-gallon cart 600 feet down to the end of their driveway, so, but I got the waivers. But it still comes down to common sense, like the ones around the lake, I will not go down the lake roads in the winter because there's 2 people down there that have, you know, trash. They'll either wait for a warm day once the roads are dissolved in the sand and I can safely get down there, or they'll bring it up again just like they used to before Pinard came to town. And it works. There's only so many of those people.
I think it would work really well for me. Our driveway's 1,600 feet long.
I got you, so, I got a 2,800 driveway. So, but yeah, so that's like the private road, so you would, I mean, the town doesn't own the private road, so you get the waiver from the residents?
The town advocates to the resident to sign the waiver, and the town gives the waiver back to me. And it becomes part of the insurance policy that I'm going outside the curbside pickup rule. And the town is agreeing to it, which is very common. But it has to be the town advocating for the hauler. And it's pretty simple. I'll send you one of those forms too.
Okay.
And most people are, yeah, okay, yeah, we'll sign it, you know, but the town knows who owns that road and who's signing the paper. So I run into this with my 2-yarders that I rent out to the houses out here, right? A renter comes in, wants a dumpster, calls Pinard and says, hey, I want a dumpster on my property. It's not his property, it's his landlord's property. I come in and I ruin the driveway, and the landlord says, hey, you owe me a new driveway. I'm like, no, I don't, you signed a contract. He goes, it wasn't me, it was my tenant. I never gave him permission. So you have to research who owns the road and know that whoever the signature is that's saying it's okay for me to potentially ruin the road has said, no problem, I own it, it's good for me, we'll grade it out every now and then, you know, that type of thing. So, I better write this one down too.
I see a problem with it. You got a private road with 20 houses, 15 people say yes, 5 say no. Whose responsibility is that?
Well, they must have an association.
No, not necessarily.
Yeah, not in this town.
How can you, who insures the road?
Who insures it? It's a private road, the people on the road take care of it, or don't take care of it.
So when it was developed, this must be really old.
Here they are.
Yeah. They are.
It was never developed as an association.
Gotcha. And so they're just that will.
Yes.
Yeah. So I gotta say that I always say this and I'm always wrong, but common sense will prevail. But you could always have that one person that doesn't produce any trash, but I'd let them fight it out amongst themselves. What else can you do? It's like the town wants to provide you curbside trash service, and the hauler can't be losing money to go up your road, because every time he puts a rut in it, they're coming after him, it's gonna take right off our bottom line.
Good.
So they have, somehow there has to be an agreement made between the town and all those residents to come up with a resolution. And whatever it is, as long as I'm covered, I'm happy.
What happens if we have ice and your truck goes down there and slides into the snowbank? Who's liable? The private citizens, or because the town advocated, now the town is responsible?
For, what are we doing for the tow truck?
Yeah.
Well, typically, I don't run into that situation. I've been doing this for 35 years. We won't go down the road because as we're going, we notice that it's too icy and we back out, okay? We very rarely get into a situation that we can't get out of, but if it is, it's usually because we get stuck. We thought we could make it, and then the tires went down. But for that particular one, we're responsible for any tow bills. But what's gonna happen is once the first tow bill happens, because that road wasn't safe for travel, the driver is not going to acquiesce to go down the road anymore until the money season's gone. Yeah, Do you want to some of this now? or-
Yes,
Sure
yeah, we
do.
do, yeah.
What's the typical, we respond differently than my competitors, I'll tell you that right now. That's our niche, is we try to work out problems on a personal level, not on a catch-all level. So whatever you guys have for hotspots, that's usually where we'll start saying, hey, what do you think, how can we solve this? And we work on it together. Sometimes they can, sometimes they can't.
In many cases, the solution is the people who live there bring it out to the intersection with the main road. That's nice, but suddenly 15 houses have 50 bags of trash because other people put their trash there to be collected by the waste management.
So I would say non-residents.
Non-residents, yeah.
So
Who are you surrounded by anyway?
So I think that's like an access road issue, right? So access road is a unique road in our town. So access road is actually accessed out of Wakefield by Dunkin' Donuts, by Route 16. Access road starts in Wakefield and then ends up in Middleton.
Okay, I was gonna say, if it's Milton or Farmington, I know what your problem is. I don't know what Wakefield, but that's.
I can see that happening on some of the private roads too. So right now, our private roads, at least in the wintertime and springtime, waste management will not travel down, so they have to bring their trash to the end of the road. Access road has always been a question of how that's actually accomplished based on because the end of the road is no longer in the town of Middleton, it's in Wakefield.
A lot of those problems have eased up.
Yeah, they have. And I
There are
don't know.
problems to begin with, and we're gonna have bumps no matter what we do. There's gonna be bumps that have to be dealt with.
Okay.
I'm not hearing anything insurmountable.
Well, it's always nice to be starting in June or July when you don't have any. So it gives you a little bit of time to work on
And I don't think we can all sit here for hours and figure out every bump we might or may not hit. We're
No,
gonna
but
hit some.
I think, right, granted, starting in July, your driver will get a good idea of the private roads of which ones are maintained better than the other. So it may come to the winter and saying, well, yeah, I'm willing to go down this private road because the association of the people who live on it maintain it well, whereas this other private road, they don't maintain it, so that's,
Drivers will know eventually.
yeah, and I mean, you'll get to know it.
So ideally, I'd like to hear from the town before we start as to what your list of potential trouble roads are, yeah. Because I will take off my suit coat and all that stuff, and I'll be here training drivers and doing maps and learning it, because I have to know for myself. When someone calls me up, they got a problem, I mean, oh yeah, I've been there, you get the greenhouse with the dog, whatever. And I do that for every municipality I have, and I've been doing it since 2005 when we first got it over. We've had 10 of them since then, and I know every one of them by heart. And and that's how I solve most of these problems, is I'm not a driver, I'm not someone who has another job to do. My job is to try to make each contract as smooth as possible, introduce new ideas, come up with ways to make it more efficient. So if you can come up with that list between now and July, maybe June 3rd, 15th or something like that, we'll say. That'd be a couple of weeks to start scouting stuff out.
At least take a ride around. This is a
Yeah,
hot spot,
exactly.
that's a hot spot. This was a couple of misses.
So do you want to talk about bulky waste?
Yeah, let's talk about bulky waste. So I sent you what I had for information about our waste pickup, and I've gone through our bills, and we were never necessarily billed out separate for bulky waste on the month that bulky waste was picked up, or the amount of time.
Yeah, so the only question that I can't answer from that spreadsheet is, where does that number come from? Is that 100% from curbside and bulkies, or do you have other trash in town that, like a transfer station or something, that's contributing to that number?
those numbers are what we get monthly from Waste Management for what they pick up in town. They should not be charging, that's for the town pickup, so that could be strictly curbside and bulky.
So were there certain months that you used to do your bulky pickup in?
It would be May and October.
Okay, that's what I thought.
That's what I was looking at, and yep, May and October, May was higher.
It wasn't significant, but it was the only thing that jumped out as not normal. And so it led me to believe that those were the 2 months that you did it. So I didn't want to give you advice on an unknown, but it seems to me that was a 1-week event in each of those months, right?
Correct.
And it only produced so many tons. So I go back to my original conversation with Joe, which is most towns have gotten away from bulk collection because anytime someone has to put a number on the unknown, they always go with a high number as a business, right? So that's what I did. When you look at the quote I gave you, it's taken in the worst case scenario. Okay, how many hours and how many tons and how many laborers, and if everybody put 3 couches out there or whatever, it would be significant. But in reality, remember I told you Hampstead is 3,500 dwellings. We've done an average of 5 a month for the last year for them. So not quite as much as you think it was. Hudson, they have a monthly, we do it on the 3rd Saturday of every month. Okay? It's $30 per item. They call us, they pay us, we put them on the list. Okay. Those average about 75 items per month for a population of 9,000. So it's still very small. I gotta assume, even if you guys were at 10%, okay, you're better off having a menu-driven plan, either funded by the town with stickers, I think Joe may have mentioned stickers, where we either pick them up in the course of normal collection, if we can. I mean, the one thing you don't want to do is make a second trip back to Middleton after you want to get all the trash done first, and then get as many tokens as you can, right? And then whatever's left over, we push them off to a Saturday run, we send a guy here with another truck by himself. And that's the cheapest way to go. So you always take care of everybody that wants their stuff out. The guy in the truck is counting it and managing it, and he's getting as much with the truck as possible, which is part of your collection. And then the rest we're charging separately per item.
Did you say $30 per item?
So in Hudson, we have to, as part of the contract, they made us give them a per item number. And I wanted to make it simple, so I made it the same for every item versus, a TV's this, a refrigerator's that.
So I'm curious then, because my kids play soccer. You know the outdoor soccer fold-up chairs, they do not fit into a garbage bag.
Yeah.
Waste Management considers that a bulky item. So those have to be stickered. So, I mean, the difference between a king-size mattress and that soccer chair is extreme. So I'm not gonna pay $30 to throw that away. Where is your?
I agree, and this is something that your ordinance should speak to, not me, the incoming trash hauler. I can give you all kinds of ideas, but you're absolutely right, common sense should prevail. Until you run into the person that puts out 25 of those chairs, right?
Yeah.
So there should be a volume limit within reason. Included, excluded, anything, bigger than a chair, whatever. That'd be something you guys do. Because the collection part is not hard for us to take that. Some people put out 1 little bag a week, some people put out 8. If the little bag also had a chair with it, it would seem very reasonable to take the little bag and a chair. I look at averaging all 800 1,500 units throughout the course of the day. And what do we get? It seems to average pretty good. But the stuff that does require special handling, and making sure that you don't have a furniture store out there taking advantage of your house, that's more what I would, but I would certainly have a conversation about that chair thing. Because whatever you tell me to do, I'm going to do it. In Hampton Falls, they tell me 8 30-gallon bags per week, not a penny more. Okay? Brentwood, 4. 2 different towns, 2 different rules that they came up with. They're both happy. So, but
Is there a difference, according to Bernard, between, let's say, a baby stroller or a chair? Is there a difference between just putting the chair out or putting it in a bag, trash bag, and putting it out?
None.
Where's the waste management?
So with us, we do that when it comes to weight limits. So ours is, hey, if you go to pick up a bag and the bottom falls out, it's gonna get a red sticker, okay? Because you exceeded the weight limit of the bag, or you had an insufficient receptacle to handle it. Now, if that same weight was in a trash barrel, we picked it up and we could lift it. It was less than 50 pounds, okay, which is our weight limit. 50 pounds is a lot of weight. Okay, if you've ever listed a bag of cement, okay, you'll know what I'm talking about. But you put it in a barrel, it's no problem. If you put it in a plastic bag, you're probably going to rip through if you get a cheapo Charlie bag. But the chair, I don't care what's in there. What I can't have is, or you don't want us to have, is someone who's trying to re-roof his house and he's slowly putting in all the roofing shingles, okay, 10 bags at a time, okay, at 75 pounds a bag on your dime. Because you obviously have seen the tipping fees that are starting to go through the roof. There's a reason for that, okay? The state of New Hampshire has a huge capacity issue because of Massachusetts not allowing any new facilities. So they closed down 2 of the largest landfills last year, which is 500,000 tons of trash a year. And so all of these trash facilities like Turnkey and the ones up north that used to compete against each other, they have no reason to compete anymore. They got all the trash they could ever want. And whenever that happens, you're going to expect to see 3-4% increases every year compared to what it used to be. Sorry, I didn't. My finger. But yeah, no, there's a common sense rule again. The drivers usually try to figure out common sense. And then I'll work with the highway guy to have him let me know whether he thinks that my driver is really being common sense.
Any town ordinance notwithstanding, your drivers do not care if the bag is in the barrel or the bag is just sitting curbside.
I'm going to get someone mad here. I don't think it's you. I've been doing the city of Grover since 2005, and they've got pay-as-you-throw, right? Mostly bags. The national average for trash pickup, for can pickup, is 100 stops per hour, okay? In Dover, for the first 8 years when I actively managed it myself, we were getting 150 stops per hour. It's unheard of. Our loads were 25-ton loads. I've never seen anything bigger than a 15-ton load before I tried with Dover. Why? It's all green bags. No covers, none of this, nothing getting stuck in there, okay? And the guys just, I would love to see just bags everywhere because it speeds up collection time.
Sure.
But then you gotta use common sense. You got places with critters, dogs, crows, those things have to be, dealt with on a one-on-one basis, The guy that doesn't have any of those problems doesn't understand why he can't use a bag, but he doesn't need to use a barrel. But the people that do have those problems, they know very well how much work it is cleaning up after them. So that's it's something that is.
You'd be happy with just the bags.
It speeds up collection.
Sure. Well, it makes a difference when you pick up You put the bag out at 7 in the morning, it's picked up at quarter after, you're fine. You put it out at 7 in the morning, and this week the truck doesn't get there till 3 in the afternoon, the squirrels have gotten into it by then. So, yeah.
Yeah, even in Dover, people would protect against that. If they would know during the winter when you're gonna have a snowstorm, they don't want their bags out there because the plow guy's gonna bury it, it's gonna be there till spring probably. So it's funny, but people, the residents kind of, what are they? Another thing we ran into is heat. Bags aren't efficient when they get heated up in a 90-degree day, but they're fine for most 60-degree days, right? So you get to a week where that stuff's sitting out there in the sun and it's not inside a barrel, or even if it isn't a barrel, that plastic heats up. And all you get is a goo of, so it's really, it's more of an individual thing. But wherever we can find bags where it works, it certainly speeds up the process.
Another question, please. Do you pick up both sides of the road, one pass, or do you pick up the right side, truck in the back, and picks up, they go the other way on the right side?
Have you been in the traffic? It's starting to sound like
Good selectman for a while.
So again, this is a personal preference. We would prefer to use common sense. We do not go up and down Kings Highway zigzagging back and forth. But on a street that's barely as wide as our truck, it makes no sense not to grab both sides all the way right there.
I agree.
Well, this is what we tell, and then what happens is we let the people speak. I've had people in some towns that just don't agree with it. They think it's dangerous, and their particular sense of security, especially when there's kids involved, right, is my main priority. So even if the town tells me it's okay for you to side on this type of road, if Westwood Drive has a couple of residents that are really upset about it, I'll put a note on the roof, you do not two-side on Westwood Drive because of people, So we always go to the authority first. What does the authority allow us to do? And then after that, common sense. Safety first.
I'm hearing a lot of common sense being thrown around. I agree with that. I just hope it works out because sometimes it doesn't.
I can tell you right now, Bernard has never failed. Okay, but in the last couple of years with this whole manual labor thing going on, the 3% unemployment, it's been very difficult. We've come about as close to failing as we ever have. And as good as I've been, hands-on with all these contracts, I'm only one person and I'm part of the team. But the main thing is that what you'll get from me throughout the whole contract is what you're getting right here, right now, is a conversation. And I think once you, I can't cater to someone who comes to me with a complaint that's unreasonable. But most of the time, the majority is on my side. So as long as it's common sense on my side with the people that I'm dealing with on Boots On, I don't think you'll ever have a problem with us. We always try to find the best way for both. And because I want a long-term relationship is what I'm looking for. And the reason I was interested in Middleton is because I've seen what has happened to Brentwood and Hampton Falls from 2015 to 2020. They're both manual collection contracts. Waste Management didn't even bid Hampton Falls. And I'm guessing the reason why is because it's manual collection. It's very hard to staff. So I saw potential that working well. I'm losing Dover, and I've got 5 people that my own son lives in Dover. He's a roll-off guy, and he does everything. But he's the one that backs up Dover whenever there's a problem, so he'll be the one backing up Middleton. And so I saw a potential niche in the market for the future to either keep you guys at fair numbers. When I bought a truck, I buy a new used truck. It's got 20,000 miles on it, I don't pay FET, which is 12%. I got, it's a 2019, so it still has 4.5 years worth of warranty on it. And instead of paying $300,000, I'm paying $250,000. Well, that $50,000 goes back into your pocket. And of course, you're only 1 day, so you're actually getting 10,000 of it, but you get the point. So this is what I've done. I just did it with Franklin. I was just I was awarded Franklin, so I can say it out loud. I just bid Franklin last week, and we were the lead successful bidder. So I want to start a relationship with a bunch of small towns that need to deal with someone that looks at the pennies and not just the dollars. So, thank you.
You've been most kind in answering my questions. Thank you. I have one final question. Idle curiosity. The company started in Manchester? Did it start on the west side of Manchester?
No.
Did it start in Bernardville? No.
So the Bernard family is Larry Bernard's mother, Teresa. She is effectively Bernardville. Most of the land in her family goes back a couple generations. Penard just is a lot of Penard because Manchester's the French area. But it actually started in Merrimack.
Okay.
And with a company called R.R. Houle, which is still in existence today. And then we moved to Bedford on Boynton Street, and we were the Table Talk Pie and Morton Thomas's English Muffin distributor. And that's how Penard started. In 1963, Mr. Penard was doing the Table Talk Pie and the English muffins, and we would go to all these mills down in Manchester where they all stored all the product. Everyone would be like, "Hey, Eddie, can you take my trash to the dump?" That's how he started the trash business. After a while, they realized he was making more money doing trash runs than. But yeah, we're Merrimack, Bedford, and then technically we're Hooksett. So we're on the Manchester Hooksett line, but we have a Manchester field box.
Any more questions, Joe?
I have no more. Do you have any for us?
No, I just, I think that if you guys have a conversation about my concept on the bulky part, you're gonna wanna get more into the details as to how to push it forward to the public and how you're gonna make it work. How's it gonna be funded? Is it gonna be the homeowner paying you and then you paying me? Like in Hudson, I get the whole $30. You're out of it, okay? In Dover, I just picked it up as part of the contract. They paid for the disposal. It was in their truck with their trash, and they charged like $5. I don't know how they do it. They're like baiting it inside a tax dollar. But you pick up a cat mattress in Dover, I think it's $5 or $10, which is a great deal. It's $40 in Hansford because these places are charging you a premium for mattresses. So, but that would be the other thing, is also to be aware of the fact that mattresses are a premium these days. Because when they go to a landfill or a burn plant, the operators are responsible to separate them out because they have too much cushion to them or they have metal content. So that's where the increased cost is coming from. It's got nothing to do with its size or its bulkiness or anything else, but just the fact that if you ever see a landfill, if they're driving along one of those big compactors up there and they're burying stuff with dirt, and they kept 20 mattresses that just came out of a roll-off truck, and they all go right here, and then the next truck comes in, and all of a sudden he just goes, and it tips right over. So they can't have that, they've had enough of it, they have to spread out the mattresses. So keep that in mind, if you want to have a premium for mattresses. Do you do any electronic waste at all, TVs?
Yeah, once a year.
Once a year, but you're doing it through a transfer station or something, or?
We're actually collecting here, it sits over the highway garage. Do you know where it goes to from there?
Turnkey.
Turnkey, goes to a turnkey.
And they charge us accordingly.
That's
We charge the customer, we charge the residents a few dollars for a TV, depending on the size of it. We collect metal for free, get some money back on that. We collect tires, depending on the size of the tire, we collect some money for that.
But at the curb, it's strictly non-refrigeration and non-electronic.
Right, and no tires, no paint, no hazardous waste. Okay? No TVs, no computers.
If this ends up going, so we may, if we do the Franklin model, this might end up going to wheel grader incinerator. And if it does, you guys can even throw your tires in there as long as they're car tires. You know, Bo does that.
You want my thing, what do you think that?
Well, no, like Bo, for instance, for 20 years, they allow 4 tires per residence per year. So, and they put it at curbside, and we took them for many years till we went automated. And then they, they said, well, listen, if you still want to do it, you can put 1 on top because we allow them to do it. 1 on top per week for 4 weeks. And, but wheel grader doesn't mind taking them on small levels. They just don't want to take 200 of them at a time. So, but a few inside the load. So that could be something that you could potentially, I could let you know on that once we can figure out between EcoMaine, which is through wells, or through wheel grader, which is going backwards to so. But I mean, that's what you'll want to come up with is administrative the way you want, but you've got to have some kind of a roadmap as to what you'd like to see. I'd like to play it by ear and start with allowing 1 piece per month per household, and if we run out of space, then we'll make a second trip for all the ones we ran out of space for a fee. That would certainly be less than the twice a year fee we came up with, because we know exactly where we're picking up and which addresses, and we can charge you by the hour or by a piece in the hour or whatever. You know, I want to put some thought to that, because in the end, I didn't see enough weight on your October and your so with that,
Okay.
All right.
I'll move on.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tony.
Thank you.
Look forward to talking to you.
I have to take it.
A lot of things off the track.
Well, yeah. Doesn't matter. Okay, we all set to talk about that?
Good.
Dating, Jill?
So we had a discussion about holding
I
off.
can't hear you at all. I'm sorry. I hear a muffled floor.
So we had discussed at one point to waive deeding due to the governor's orders of eviction and things like that. Although it didn't technically apply to municipalities with the governor, but in talking to legal, they said it can become a very sticky situation of evicting people between the governor and the municipalities. So when we had talked, we had thought that we would hold off on deeding for about 3 months and review it then to see if it's in the town's best interest to do the deeding at that point. Legal said that we can deed anytime during the year. It doesn't mess up our timelines between leading and deeding, because deeding is based off of our leaning date, which we have already done our leaning. So in order to waive the deeding for the 3 months till we review it again, I need to have the waivers signed by the Board of Selectmen saying that it's okay.
And there are 6 of them.
Yep, that could very well change. If it gets paid up, they may come off of the deeding list, but as of right now, that's what I have.
In 3 months, you look at them again.
Yep. Yep.
I move that we withhold deeding till 3 months from now. So what's that? Might as well say May, June, July. No deeding until after July, right? May, June, July, so it'll be August. Okay?
Yep.
That's my position.
I'm hoping that you do notify the owners of this, because effectively that gives them the extra 3 months that they may be able to redeem their properties if their circumstances change. Some kind of letter notification
Are
perhaps.
they gonna get notified, the owners, these 6 people, or?
Typically, we just send out a deeding notice of a warning that they have a certain amount of time to pay it off before it gets deeded.
It's taken 3 years to get this far, right?
It has, yeah, it's 3 years of non-payment of taxes in order to
So
get
it's not a
deeded.
brand new fact.
No,
They could win the lottery between now and
It has nothing to do with
So could
COVID.
I.
right,
Yeah.
No, the COVID aspect behind this is the whole unable to
Landlord.
evict
Yes.
notice. So if any of these properties happen to have an individual, that's where the legal situation now stands. And that's what we're trying to avoid with this.
and also the leaning notices will make note if they're gonna be going into deeding. So they are pretty much aware, so I don't think it's necessary to really send out letters saying
I'm
that.
saying that when you send out the warning notice, that you could let them know that there has been a 3-month extension and in July will be the drop dead date.
She has to send out the deeding notices anyways,
I have
to let them know that they have 30 days to pay.
My feeling is that it took you 3 years to get there.
Yeah, by law, she has to send them out certified anyways. So
Right.
they will get notified of the deeding date when she gets the deeding date by certified.
And also, if someone was to buy the property, I think, and it's deeded, you send, I think it's, they reach out, the town reaches out to it, so they have the ability to try and buy it before it gets deeded, or it gets bought by somebody else.
And their leaning notices also states that if they're at 3 years, I mean, it's on there that there's, you know, if you don't pay the liens, you're gonna go into a deeding and all of that. So they're pretty aware, everybody should be aware of their situation, because there's been a lot of communication sent out to them
In the 3 years.
in 3 years. So,
Exactly.
My thoughts.
you know, it's just the interest of the town right now.
You all set with this? We move to be accepted, it's gonna sign off?
Yeah,
We need a second.
I'll second that we move for 3 months, delay for 3 months.
All in favor?
All right.
Aye.
I gotta sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Not one of the signs.
That's not good.
That's not one of the signs.
Okay.
She's got allergies.
I do. Or do
All I've been
I?
hearing, I got allergies.
Tracy gave it to me.
That was you trying to sell it as, allergies?
Yep. Whatever works. All right. Good job, Janelle.
Head for it anyway.
Come on. You're good.
Well, I don't want to use my papers.
Oh, yeah. My recorder's still going, by the way. This is awesome. Two more things.
No,
Do you want me to grab it for you?
Next up is bid on gravel.
Yeah.
So bid on gravel, I am working on, writing up a bid for the removal of, I'll call it the stripping on Ridge Road from when they did the pipe work down there. So I am going to write up a proposal for someone to come in and remove all all the strippings down there that open up the lot.
What on the, where is it on the road?
So the Ridge Road property, the town, I'll call it the town property on Ridge Road,
Oh, okay.
when they did the site work, when they stripped the topsoil off, they just left it in a big pile in the corner.
Oh, you mean the one that's where the cell tower is?
Where the cell tower is, where we want to put the salt shed.
Yeah.
Vice Mayor.
We're
We're gonna call
looking at
it
getting
down
that
tonight.
removed.
With you guys.
So, yeah, leave it.
Getting
Okay.
the, getting,
Yeah. Vice Mayor.
We have an excavator and trucks. We can't remove it ourselves.
Where are we gonna put it?
don't we have
Well,
another bid?
we dig gravel up there, I'm assuming there's a big hole, because it's high. Generally speaking, You know, when you dig something out, you can always put something back in. I don't know, but I'm asking, how much material is down there?
Quite a bit. There's a lot.
10,000?
Not 10,000. Probably around 5,000.
5,000 to me is not a lot, but, I think you may wanna look at that. I can't imagine we'd pay somebody to haul off dirt.
I'm not looking to pay anybody to haul it off. I'm looking for someone to pay us to haul it off if anything. A zero or payment for us for the dirt.
And then gravel is of no use to the town.
It's topsoil. It's a stripping, so you're gonna have to, sift it off. Basically, you're gonna have to, probably grizzly bar it out of the middle. You're gonna have to screen it down.
Yeah, I was
And
just
then
curious, I didn't know.
it's-
We don't have a problem renting anything else we want. We could rent a screener and screen it. Probably sell it or definitely use it.
There's a lot of effort into having to screen it out and sell it ourselves. I'm looking for it to go out as a file, and that's it. I want zero involvement with this removal. I want this gone. We want this gone. The town probably wants it.
At no cost to us.
At no cost to us. Is the-
After you gotta look at the pile, maybe it's something worth screening. I would think if it's worth screening, there's probably a guy right next door that would take it, but
That's my thought as well, but.
but
That is what I'm gonna look at. I am working on putting together the words I need to put together to get it out to the
well, I was
public.
confused. I thought you were gonna get a bid to pay somebody to haul it off.
No,
We're trying to turn it into
I'm
a
saying, wow.
we're trying to turn it into either a zero gain for the town or a gain for the town.
I remember like over a year ago, they talked about giving that away. So somebody wanted it, but I didn't even go down and look at it.
Yeah, so
Maybe I should take that opportunity.
Jim, the impetus now is, of the 5 acres down there, all right, take off 100 by 100 for the salt.
No, I get it.
Of the rest of it, that pile is right where we're gonna put the salt shed.
pretty much. So there's a pile of, I'll call it top stripping, what I'm gonna call it, because it's not, it's topsoil material, but it's what they bulldoze off the top of the property. And then there's another pile in the back of pretty much fill material, it's not really gravel. Both of those piles need to go. We like them both to go at the same time. And so we need to basically clear up the lot and open it up for everything else, or anything else that is gonna be done down there.
There's always people looking for fill, if it's clean, you know.
Yeah, and that's, we.
George Arnold wants 2 or 3 loads right now,
But it's a matter of getting it off. They have to be able to have it leave the property on their own, with us doing nothing to it. I'm not gonna have an excavator sit there and load it and take it away, unless they're gonna pay me. So, we're trying to reduce what the town has to do to have it moved, and just get it moved.
What would be nice is a deal for both piles.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of dirt there. You want to go down any time.
And I know you don't think it's not, 5,000 yards is a lot because you deal with it every day, but.
Yeah.
Looks like a big pot. to me.
Well, no, I don't think 5,000 is a lot. If you made it known that you were giving away fill, you know, the only problem is how you gonna load it. You know?
Exactly, that's, so
Because you got 3, 4 guys around here that probably be happy to haul it for $100 a load or something, which is still a considerable savings if somebody's got a big, you know.
yeah, but how are you, the loading is the issue, so, and we're looking for someone to come in, load it, take it away, and take it off right here.
Yeah, it's usually pretty tough to sell, but pretty easy to give away, my experience. But
We'll see what happens, we'll work
unless
on
it's
it.
loam, if it's loam, then that's a different story, but,
So,
yeah.
that's what
I have
that,
to take a ride down.
the bid on the gravel, that's where that sits, I'm hoping to have it ready.
Maybe I can help you out, I don't know what it is, I don't know.
Even if we don't make any money, as long as we don't lose any, we still.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I would think if you made it known that you had some stuff, and you would, I would suggest first saying residents only. And if you did something where, like during their normal hours, if they load somebody, you would probably get rid of it fairly quick. But my opinion.
My
Not for me,
personal opinion,
because believe me, I don't want any parts going on these roads around here, but I'm sure they would, it would go quick.
Yeah, and we're trying to minimize the cost of the town again. So that's all it is. All right, that's all I got.
Okay. Next is agenda. We're doing a monthly meeting. What I'd like to do is to have an agenda, send it to Kathleen at least a few days before the meeting. Give us a chance to research things, to know what is coming at us. I think we're actually going to request that. But don't let that happen. Sometimes we have to answer on the fly. I'm not a person to answer anything on the fly. A couple of days is all a little research. That's not hard and fast rule, but good work on that. And really, that's all I have.
A lot of people have been asking, because in previous years there's been guidance for it. In previous years, there's been some guidance as to what bulk pickup was permissible and what was not permissible. Everybody knows about stickers apparently, but questions like, does a sticker include box spring and mattress, or is it one sticker each? I was able finally to call Waste Management, and I got some guidance from them. But it's like a menu of, okay, press 1 for this, press 2 for that, and press 3, and then maybe you get a real live person. The first time I got a real live person, she said, well, just have everybody call and goes up with it. And I'm thinking, yeah, like that, going to get 300 phone calls from, that's not going to work. So the second time I called, I got a guy, he did tell me some basics, like no gas rolls, no TV, all that. But I guess what I'm looking for from the selectmen is, I'd like to put this information out to the people that have been asking me. But I don't want to be the authority. I don't want to be the person to go to for answers. I shouldn't be. The selectmen, the town should be. Maybe there's some way you can make a list and make it available to the.
Doesn't Waste Management have a list on their website?
That's what I would have thought, but no, there is not. Not that I can find.
Then
Don't we have one from last year?
I'm sure we do. It's the same every year for 10 years.
Could we copy it and post it somewhere?
Sure, we can definitely do that.
Is
I would say, I've heard this story before. I think last October I heard this same theory.
there is a list.
When is bulk pickup for us? Is it going to be?
May 8th.
May 8th.
Okay, that's what I know.
I can find that. I can find a list. I'm sure Laura had one in her computer.
They post on our webpage, but that doesn't really work.
No, I have a Facebook one that I can put it on.
Speaking of webpage, where are we with the web?
I looked into Civicware. I have actually Joe looked into it. He sent me a link to it. Civicware, I think Wolfboro, Wakefield, a lot of municipalities use it. So I have an email to them and waiting for them to come in and show me how to do things and how much.
That was my question, the website. Because this has been going on for quite a while
No,
now.
and-
I can tell you, as someone who's very involved with the town, I am extremely frustrated. I did not know about Menards. I heard about it from a resident on Facebook. We do have a town Facebook page that I think all the selectmen, whether you want to be on Facebook or not, should be able to put things out to people. Right now, we cannot go into the town. You don't send out a newsletter like we used to when I first moved to town. There is nothing to communicate anything right
I
now.
think that's why we're working on a webpage,
But when will that be done, honestly?
I'm going to tell you, there's a lot going on, and we don't really spend 24 hours a day.
I understand that. Roxanne was at the municipal building today, though, and there was no posting for this meeting tonight.
Yeah, I didn't know that there was.
There's no communication.
It was said last meeting.
Huh?
that it was on this
But the
thing.
video is only 40 seconds long, there's
Oh, I
no
understand
minutes
that.
out, there's nothing,
The
there's
video-
nothing.
But the
I thought the video was out for last meeting.
It's for 40 seconds.
It's 40 seconds,
That's it.
so this one's going though.
It has to be posted in 2
And it
days.
wasn't.
So I'm
I'm
just saying,
sorry.
because I know, I'm just saying, we couldn't have a public hearing for the village district because we didn't have it posted in 2 places.
So hold on, this is our normal, this is the normal meeting.
This is a normal meeting, that's what I'm saying.
It still has to, a normal.
But
It's on the
all
calendar.
other meetings have been posted too, so if I came here, last Monday was posted, the budget meeting was posted. I mean, there hasn't been a lot of meetings. There's nothing new on the calendar, right?
What do you mean, nothing new?
Like, everything is frozen.
Right, yes, if you went, if you
All the
went out
minutes
and
are
looked
from
at it, it
when Laura
says
left.
it's meeting at 6:30 at the old town hall, at the municipal building. If we went on to the regular Middleton.gov website.
Yes.
Yeah,
So,
If you go to the selectmen's page, it says error 404 right now.
yeah, I know that.
Said that for
I'm not saying-
weeks.
I'm just saying.
No, it's been like that